Okay, so let's talk about something we've all felt, that pre-exam panic. You've got 1 week left, the pressure's mounting. But what if I told you there's a strategy, a 1 week cheat code that's so powerful it almost feels unfair? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today.
I mean, listen to that. It literally looks like cheating. That's a pretty wild claim, right? But here's the thing. It comes from someone who actually used this method to totally change their game. The whole idea is to get you to stop just studying harder and start studying smarter. And the best part, it feels way, way easier.
Does this feel familiar? You're literally drowning in a sea of notes, right? Textbooks, PDFs, lecture slides, it's everywhere. And what's our first instinct? I've just got to reread everything one last time. We try to cram it all in. But look, if that's making you feel totally overwhelmed, you're definitely not alone. And the good news is there's a much, much better way.
Okay, so this is where we get to the core of the problem. That traditional method, just sitting down and rereading all your notes from start to finish, that's actually where most of us go wrong. It feels like you're doing something productive, but in reality, it's one of the worst ways to study.
And here's the sneaky trap that so many of us fall into. When you reread, your brain starts to recognize the information. You see a sentence and think, oh yeah, I remember that. But recognizing something is not the same as truly understanding it. That feeling of recognition is a trick. It makes you feel prepared, but when you get to the exam, you can't actually recall or apply it. That is the difference between memorization and real mastery.
So if rereading is out, then what's in? Well, this is where the big shift happens. It's a total change in your goal. You're not just trying to review stuff anymore. Your new mission, your one and only goal, is to build rock-solid, genuine confidence. The kind of confidence where you know you can walk into that exam and handle whatever they throw at you.
And let's be clear about what we mean by confidence. This isn't about being arrogant or cocky. It's this quiet, powerful feeling you get from practice. It's knowing deep down that there's no question on that material you can't at least try to answer. And here's the key. Your professor can't give this to you. You have to build it for yourself.
This really lays it all out, doesn't it? The old way versus the new way. On one side, you've got the passive stuff, rereading, cramming, just hoping you can remember facts. But on the other side, the new way is all about being active. It's constant practice, which leads to confidence, which then leads to real understanding. You're no longer just a sponge trying to soak up information. You're an active participant, really wrestling with the material.
Okay, constant practice sounds great, but how in the world do you actually do that, right? Especially when you're short on time. Well, this is where we bring in some modern firepower. The first part of this cheat code is using an AI study partner to make that practice happen anytime, anywhere. Now, the source material gives an example of a tool called KLM Note, but the idea is what's important. Think about an AI that isn't just a place to dump your notes. That's old news. This is about an AI designed to be your personal tutor. Imagine having someone, or something, on call 24/7, ready to quiz you and help you actually learn the stuff you've been taking notes on.
And this is the magic of it. It takes your boring, static notes and turns them into active learning tools. It can spit out personalized quizzes on the fly. It can give you instant summaries to see if you really get the big picture. It can create flashcards for you. Suddenly, your notes aren't just a record of what the professor said. They're an engine for that constant practice we keep talking about. But hold on, AI is only one piece of the puzzle. It's powerful, but it's not the whole story. The second half of this strategy, and this is absolutely critical, is about people. It's about getting together with your peers in student-led groups. This is where you take what you've practiced and put it to the test in the real world.
And why is this so important? Think about it. When you're studying by yourself, what's the one thing that holds you back? It's the fear of being wrong. That fear can paralyze you. But in a group of your classmates, you suddenly have something rereading can never give you. A safe place to fail. A place where you can ask that question you think is dumb and realize 3 other people have the same one.
Yeah, this quote just nails it. It's the only place you can get rid of that fear. And once that fear is gone, what's left? Confidence. Every time you try to explain a concept to a friend or volunteer to work out a problem on a whiteboard, even if you stumble, you're building that belief in yourself. You just can't get that feeling from a lecture hall or by yourself in the library.
All right, so you've been practicing with your AI tutor. You've been battling it out in your study group. You're feeling good. But there is one last step. This is the one that takes all that work and cements it into place. This is what turns understanding into real, lasting mastery.
And it's this. After everything, you sit down and rewrite it all. In your own words. Not the fancy language from the textbook, not the exact phrases your professor used, just how you would explain it. That simple act of translation is the final test. If you can explain it in your own simple language, you don't just recognize it anymore, you own it.
Okay, so let's put it all together. Here is your 4-step cheat code for exam week. Step 1, change your goal. Stop rereading and start building confidence. Step 2, get an AI partner. Use it for non-stop active practice. Step 3, team up. Join a student group so you can ask questions and get over that fear of being wrong. And step 4, make it your own. Rewrite everything in your own words to lock it in for good. Look, what we've talked about today isn't just another study tip. It's a complete shift in how you handle that pressure. It's about going from being a passive victim of exam stress to being an active, confident creator of your own success. You've got the blueprint now. The only question is, what are you going to do with it?